Good day everyone, I'm Darlene and welcome to our segment from Ayudang Totoo Network, where truth breaks the noise. Today, we'll be exposing 3 misleading news articles, 1 local, 1 national, and 1 international. All 3 went viral and caused confusion, fear, or false hope among the public. We'll be starting with the local news, a case involving an old home remedy that was promoted as a cure during the pandemic. In June 2020, the Cebu provincial government issued a memo encouraging employees to practice tuog or steam inhalation as a way to prevent COVID-19. Photos of tuog kits were shared online and the memo itself was reported by outlets like Rappler and Cebu Daily News. However, the misleading claims came from the government, not from the news reports. This case shows how even official sources can promote health misinformation, especially when cultural practices are presented as scientific facts.
The June 18, 2020 Memorandum Number 36, 2020 issued by Cebu Provincial Administrator Noli Vincent Valencia under the direction of Governor Gwen Garcia contained explicit and implicit claims regarding the practice of tuog or steam inhalation. These claims can be grouped as follows. Claim 1. Tuog prevents COVID-19 by halting the virus in the nasal passages, by stopping the virus in the nasal passages before it reaches the lungs, citing a 4 to 5 day window where steam could eliminate the virus. Claim 2. Tuog strengthens immunity by increasing white blood cell count.
Claim number 1. Tuog prevents COVID-19 by halting the virus in the nasal passages. There is no scientific evidence that steam inhalation kills or removes SARS-CoV-2. WHO, CDC, and DOH confirm steam at tolerable temperatures cannot deactivate the virus, which infects both upper and lower airways rapidly. Claim number 2. Tuog strengthens immunity by increasing white blood cell count. While heat may briefly affect circulation, there is no proof that steam inhalation meaningfully increases white blood cells or strengthens immunity against COVID-19. Claim number 3. Steam inhalation is a scientifically sound, low-cost, and accessible health intervention. Tuog carries burn and scald risks, especially for children. Health experts warn it can aerosolize the virus.
Good day. This is Jolene P. Escalante reporting. The tube issue didn't just spark a debate, it revealed how dangerous misinformation can be during a health crisis. When unproven remedies are promoted by people in power, it creates confusion, delays real solutions, and risks public safety. Science should always lead the way, especially when lives are on the line. Just because something is traditional or widely shared doesn't mean it's effective or safe. In a time where false hope can be fatal, truth and science must be our foundation. So let this be a lesson that in the face of uncertainty, truth and science must lead the way. Stay tuned for more updates.
Let's move on to the national news where false claim about a 10,000 pesos pandemic aid caused widespread confusion and false hope among Filipinos online.
From 2021 to 2023, viral posts on TikTok and Facebook claimed that every Filipino would receive 10,000 pesos in pandemic aid through GCash. These posts were based on the 10K Ayuda bill proposed by Senator Alan Peter Cayetano, but they falsely presented it as an official, approved government program. According to our sources, this claim is fake. The bill was only a proposal. It was never passed into law or funded. No government agencies confirmed the distribution, and neither the SWD nor GCash announced such a program. The viral post surrounding the 10,000 pesos ayuda made several strong claims that misled the public. First, they claimed that the Philippine government had passed a law giving 10,000 pesos to every Filipino as pandemic aid. Second, they claimed that registering for a national ID would make you eligible to automatically receive the cash aid. And third, they claimed that the ayuda was for all Filipinos, regardless of income, region, or status.
Claim number 1. The Philippine government has passed a law or executive order mandating 10,000 pesos cash aid for every Filipino. There is no existing law or executive order providing 10,000 to every Filipino. A bill was proposed but never passed into law. Any ongoing aid is limited to specific programs and not universally distributed. Claim number 2. Those who registered their national IDs will get an ayuda. The Philippine Statistic Authority confirmed that having a national ID does not qualify anyone for any financial assistance. Aid programs have separate eligibility criteria. The ID is for identification purposes, not for automatic benefits. Claim number 3. This ayuda is universally applicable for all Filipinos regardless of income, region, or registration. Government ayuda is targeted. Only specific groups such as low-income families, senior citizens, or affected workers are eligible. It is not automatically given to everyone. Eligibility is based on need, not on citizenship alone.
The spread of false financial aid claims during a national crisis shows just how easily misinformation can take advantage of public desperation. It damages trust in both government and media and pulls attention away from real programs that actually need support and cooperation. In an age where social media dominates, media literacy and fact-checking are more important than ever. People must learn to pause, verify, and think before sharing. If left unchecked, misinformation doesn't just confuse, it creates false hope, anger, and delays our recovery. Now, shifting our focus beyond borders, we take a look at developments making headlines in the international scene.
Now, for our international news, we look at the claim made by former US President Donald Trump involving Harvard and its international students, a story that quickly turned into misinformation.
I am reporter Queenie Federici Tubaha. In May 2025, former President Donald Trump claimed that Harvard refused to reveal the identities of its international students. His statement quickly spread on platforms like X and Facebook, amplified by conservative media. The claim followed Harvard's refusal to comply with the unrelated political demands from the Trump administration. Fact-checkers, including Poynter, confirmed the accusation was false, pointing out that Harvard was simply protecting student privacy and academic freedom. The White House later released a statement accusing Harvard of not cooperating with immigration authorities. Trump used this to justify threats to revoke the university's ability to admit foreign students, but Harvard pushed back, saying such actions risk privacy violations and unjust profiling. No illegal activity was found, and critics argued that Trump claims were politically motivated and misleading.
Claim number 1. Harvard refuses to disclose identities of information of its international students to the federal government. Harvard fully complies with the U.S. immigration laws through the Student and Exchange Visitor Information System, or SEVIS. The university is required to submit student data such as identity, program details, and visa status to the Department of Homeland Security. Claim number 2. Harvard's refusal to share international student data justifies the revocation of its SEVP certification. Since Harvard already provides the required data, there is no legal basis to revoke its SEVP or the Student and Exchange Visitor Program certification. Revocation would be considered arbitrary and unlawful without clear violations. Claim number 3. Harvard does not cooperate with federal immigration authorities regarding student oversight. Harvard maintains active compliance with immigration protocols and reporting duties. It collaborates with federal agencies as a part of its SEVP responsibilities to ensure lawful student monitoring.
I am Francisca Jacob Cuban to report for The Comparison. Despite the Trump administration's claims, Harvard followed standard immigration protocols just like any other US university. They complied with SEVIS and DHS requirements and shared international student data as required. No concealment or special treatment. These claims contradicted official records and echoed the administration's earlier failed attempt to restrict international student visas in 2020. To reflect, this shows how harmful disinformation can be, especially from powerful figures. It can harm reputation, mislead the public, and distract from real issues. That's why fact-checking and media literacy are essential today. In a world of fast-spreading news, we must rely on credible sources before acting or believing on anything.
As we've seen, fake news spreads fast, especially when it sounds helpful or hopeful. But false information can be harmful, especially during a crisis. That's why fact-checking matters. It helps us make informed decisions, spot red flags, and protect ourselves and others from harm. Once again, this is Darlene, reporting for Ayudang Totoo Network, where truth breaks the noise. Thank you.